Hola, buenas tardes. Vamos a seguir con el GreedFall. Se puede modificar la calidad. Espero que se escuche. Sí, entonces sí. Ponemos la intro del canal y empezamos. Critica Videojuegos. Vale. Vamos a hacer la secundaria de Siora, tal como pone en el título. Uy, creo que he hecho un catalanismo. Sí, bueno, da igual. Luego lo cambiaremos. Esto de mezclar lenguas, tío, es lo que hay. Es lo que hay. Vale, creo que no tenemos los sonidos puestos. O sea, sí que los tengo, pero yo no los escucho. Vamos a buscar el Ohio.
¿Oyo? ¡Hola!
Vale. Vale. Oyo. ¡Hola! ¿Es por aquí? Sí, tengo que bajar, girar a la derecha. Derecha.
It is Karadeg. He's over there.
¿Qué pasa, perro?
Siora, Bertir to mad, don't
These strangers are my friends, Karadeg.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Tell me about your role as Keeper of Promises. What does it consist of?
Most words must be free and able to fly like birdsong. But some words must survive those who utter them. So those who want to become one must win. Then they teach us the words of stone.
So you're a kind of cleric.
Do you want to know?
We would like to ask you about a stone you supposedly engraved.
It is the stone of the Renaiks, isn't it? I should never have accepted. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to fulfill my duty. And now that she is no longer with us...
It is because you are the last person to know what was engraved on it. The stone has been destroyed.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I prepared...
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother promised.
No, Donegad. I do not mean to disrespect you, but I will not. The Renaiks only bring us trouble, and you come with them. I do not want to deal with them ever again. They threaten...
Since you want to chase the Renaigse away and since you want protection, why don't you join the rebels? We could indicate the location of one of their camps for you.
The rebels?
The Donea ex Regao. They fight the Renaigse, and they accept people from all clans.
I have heard about them, but I didn't know where to find.
We could help you join them, but we need this tree bark. It's the only way to prove that the priests lied.
In that case, I hope that it will help you to... And I did not think I...
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions. and
Vale,
they
tenemos
must
que ir.
help
¡Ah!
us in return.
Perdonad si me equivoco de botones, que con tanto juego...
Of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to Iselt.
Vale. Nos vamos directos, chaval. Nos saltamos la pateada, eso es bien. ¿Este es la hermana? Sí, ¿no?
Siora, Asir, or Ertir to Madisel. What do you want?
Azel, about this pact your mother...
Yes.
We went to Falristel to see the stone.
Were you able to read it, Siora? No, because it was destroyed by someone. You're probably right, but for a...
We retrieved the piece of tree bark that Karadeg used as...
Siora, what's written on... Mother promised to help them against the lions, and they promised to help us in return. There's nothing mentioned about them settling here, and even less about them being entitled to the spirits of the people of our village. So they lied. They mocked us. And I think it's high time they left. I think so. You lied to us. You took us for gullible. Leave this village at once.
But if you want our help with the...
By lying, you have insulted the memory of the Queen. The entire village will be happy to make you pay for your affront if they hear it. You do well to leave before having to face their wrath.
We are not here to shed blood.
Very well, we're leaving. But
Bueno, suda, Teleme.
I did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you.
O no, Olmenawi.
Thanks to you, we managed to chase away these lions. Yes, Siora. Of course.
Vamos, ya es afable. Vamos a intentar negárnosla, ¿no?
How did you know that those missionaries were lying? After all, given the situation, your mother could have wanted...
I knew my mother well. We were close. She would never have renounced her beliefs.
I think I understand. Your island, your culture, and your faith are so...
Exactly. The Earth talks without these beliefs. We would be but empty shells. I am happy to... Anything else?
Why are you and your sister so...
If you're talking about physical differences, when we were little, we were perfectly identical.
I have no trouble believing it. And I'm glad that out of the two sisters, it's the gentler one who is by my side now.
Gentler? Really? The lions or anything else?
¿Se habrá enfadado?
I must leave you.
Pavo, me la quería hacer, ¿no me dejas? Indignado. Estoy indignado. Vale. Habla con Constantine. Vale, vamos a hacer una cosa. Cagüen. Vedráis. Será un teleport rápido, perfecto, con pocos compañeros. Quito la Siora, pongo la Afra. Viajo otra vez a la aldea de Bedray.
Siora's friends, what brings you?
Hello, Estelle.
What do you?
Could you tell me about...
Siora is my twin sister, Renaigse. But we're also different. I would have chosen differently. Never forget who her sister is.
I have no intention of her...
Did you want any?
Ya está.
Thanks.
Pensaba que me daría alguna opción a... Ah, mira, sí que me la da, ¿eh? A ver qué me quiere decir. ¿Qué te pasa, chiquilla?
Karans, could you help me with? I must prepare, and I think that I will need...
But your sister will be there.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. Will you come with me?
Claro.
Of course. I'd be happy to be...
Vale. Vamos al herrero y volvemos. Por cierto, ya tengo vigor a tope, ¿no? Porque tengo ciencia. Ah, porque tengo la afra. Bueno, ahora la vuelvo a cambiar. ¡Uy, va! Pues no me güey.
We'll make it for you. Oh.
Buenas, Adalo. Que aproveche. Acuérdate que en 5 o 6 horas, no, 6 horas, le damos al Netfor, para que te calcules con tu horario. Cagüen, siempre me equivoco, tío. La cosa sería que entres al Discord y si quieres podemos hablar desde el Discord. A no ser que juegues desde la Xbox y haremos un grupo en la Xbox. Este que me daba intuición. Tranqui, tío, Rubén. Espera, te escribo para que lo veas. Vale, ya está. Así lo lee.
Siora, Vertir to Madison. What do you want?
I'm only here to accompany
I came to give our mother back to the earth. I know. Perfect. I miss her. No. Preparing the places.
A ver dónde tenemos que ir. Casi lo vuelvo a liar, ¿eh? Con los putos botoncitos. Vale, para arriba. ¿Podré subir por aquí? Vale, sí que puedo. Y ahora izquierda, derecha. ¿Será este caminito? Luego, cuando acabemos el directito, pondremos la encuesta para el siguiente juego de la noche. Otra vez. Qué pesado, ¿eh? A ver si podemos subir por aquí. A lo mejor tenemos que dar la vuelta, ¿eh?
We are approaching Vasrigan. This is where I will
Hay que dar la
find
vuelta.
the original. This burial mound has been the final resting place of our queens for generations. It must be prepared before we can start the ritual.
Web. Valle Games, merci por el follow. Por el nombre deduzco que te gusta el Assassin's Creed, ¿no? Valle que es el del Origins, quiero recordar, ¿no? Son muy malos para los nombres.
Something's wrong. Normally, you would hear the birds singing in this place.
What do you mean?
Destruye los nidos.
They must have nested in the shadow of the burial mound.
In that case, we have no choice but to destroy their nests. Otherwise, they'll just keep coming back.
You are right.
You are right.
We cannot let these carnivores roam so close to my mother's remains.
Hostia, qué duro que está este, ¿no? Toma los tres. Muerte ya, pesado. Boom. Vale. ¿Sí? ¿Y qué? ¿Te lo has pasado o qué? Yo llevo... Con la broma, llevo bastante ya, ¿eh? ¿Esto que me da ahora? Perfecto. Llevaré 20-30 horas, fácil. ¿Qué te ha parecido? Cuéntame. A mí me está gustando bastante. Hay alguna misión muy repetitiva. Toma. Creo que ahí le he dado a 4. Pa. Venga, todos al carré. Pa. También al carré.
Your armor will no longer protect you.
Ah, que tocar descargar. Lo regalaban con el Plus, ¿no? Creo el mes pasado. O en el Game Pass si juegas en Xbox. No sé qué plataforma jugarás. A mí me está gustando mucho. Tiene alguna secundaria flojita, pero está bastante bien.
We will need some sensors crafted especially for the ritual.
Where can we find them?
It would be ideal if we could craft them ourselves, and I will also need some mortuary lotion. I will give you a list of all the ingredients because we will have to. Once we have gathered these last items, then Iseld and I will be able. I thank you for being by my side.
Don't mention it, Sue.
We have all.
Lo tengo todo ya, perfecto.
Let's go back to the burial mound to.
Como soy un ansia de coger todas las cosillas, nos hemos sacado ya la misión esta de una. Hay que tocar eso otra vez.
Here we are. It is on this stone altar that we will place the body of my mother. We must place a censer where her head will be, and another near her feet. And then you will have done everything you could to help me. And your presence by my side means a lot to me. This is how our ritual of the...
Para. Tengo que encenderlo, ¿no? Pero no me deja.
Karans, do you need some?
I'm asleep.
No entiendo lo que tengo que hacer. Vale, guay. Te aceptaré luego porque ahora con el directo tengo que abrir el ordenador y tal. Bueno, cambiar el ordenador. Luego te acepto y te agrego. A ver, tengo que abrir... Ah, vale, a lo mejor... No. Se ha quedado chopet esto ahora.
Glad to see you. Can I do anything?
I'm asleep.
Kara, do you need something?
I'm asleep.
No me lavo la cara directamente. Ah, ¿qué? ¿Cómo se te queda el cuerpo, No, yo soy muy bruto, uso todo, o sea, me pongo el mismo champú en la cabeza, en el cuerpo, en todos lados. Entonces no se me acaba nada, nunca. ¿Sabes? O sea, no me hago hasta aquí y luego me pongo otro champú. Me lavo todo con el mismo y al carré. No me estreso, ¿sabes? Ah, mira, ahora. Ahora sí que ha salido una naranja. Saltaba ahí como una carga. Normalmente lo que hago más... No sé por el host. Es la barba. La barba sí que me la hago aparte. Entonces la barba me hago solo esta parte, ¿sabes? El bigote y barba. ¿Qué pasa, Strof?
But they help us to say goodbye to those we love. You have been a true friend. A Karens, accepting to help me the way you did. Thank you. I will never forget the kindness you displayed. Conforming to us.
It's only natural, Siora.
We should go now.
Logro.
Karens, do you need something?
What do you intend to do now? Will you become the Dunegad of your...
I will most likely do it, but not now.
I'm very glad to be able to enjoy your presence a while longer.
Thank you for your kindness, Son Almanau. Anything else?
I must leave you.
¿Me habrá abierto el pinchito o no?
Karens,
I'm listening.
what do the women on your
Exacto.
island
Sí, pinchito.
really like someone?
Sí, acabo de comer hace 10 minutos.
So complicated, were you?
In my culture, we do not talk about our feelings. Especially not amongst nobles.
I knew it. Never mind. And if you feel the same way.
Pinchito.
Meet me outside my room the next time we're at...
I will be there. Anything else?
I must leave.
Y con, delante de este que es con el otro que he hecho pinchito, pobre. Vale, un teleport. A lo mejor el de arriba, ¿no? Está más cerca. Bueno, más cerca no, más fácil de llegar. ¡Pinchito! Buah. Pesados los osos estos. Es que son osos, lobos, no sé lo que son, tío. Ah, vamos. Vámonos, va. Hice pinchito con el otro, con el tío, sin querer. Otra vez me he equivocado, qué pesado que soy, tío, A la que mezclo un par de juegos me hago un lío con los controles. Pues cuando acabe el directo haremos una encuesta en Insta y en Twitter para ver cuál juego empezamos ya el lunes a la noche. Seguramente pondré los dos nuevos que me pide para Switch. Lo pondremos aquí por si no nos seguís. Y no sé qué más haremos. Tengo que pensarme alguno. Había pensado volver a darle al Genshin, así que a lo mejor lo pongo. Y a lo mejor el Remnant. No sé. Buena, tratado, ya te lo sabes, Mira esto, qué fino.
Honor Manawi. Do you still agree to spend some time with me?
A ver. Ah, no lo tengo. Pensaba que había hecho el de siguiendo también. Me compré el Stream Deck y tengo ahí un montón de mariconadas. A mí me está gustando mucho. Me está gustando mucho. Hay alguna misión secundaria que está medio pillada y que se hace un poco repetitiva porque tienes que ir aquí, volver, ir ahí, volver, volver, ir, volver. Pero aparte de eso, está bastante bien. Honor Menawi. ¿Eres Mindun Hansen? Vale.
Kairto. This is how
Kairto.
I love you in our language. Koden nes greda como lai.
Encantadora. Ah, wow, que hay logro. Hay logro por cada personaje, ¿eh? O sea que hay que rejugarlo. O sea, antes no era ni afable y ahora es encantadora, ¿eh? Ahora quiere pinchito. Mira, el tío estaba aquí espiando el guarro. Está en la puerta. Está en la puerta espiando cómo pinchaba. ¡Qué degenerado! Míralo, está ahí, ¿eh? Está ahí el guarro espiando. Ah, estaba con la oreja puesta ahí. ¡Ah! Sí, ah. Dime, Strof. Estaba... ¿Puedo entrar? Aparte, ese es el otro novio que me había hecho, ¿sabes? Y no creo que me quede mucho de juego. Porque ya he hecho todas las secundarias de los tíos. Y ya estoy con la cura del primo. Uy, boh, hay mucha gente, ¿eh?
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then, all of a sudden, one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
No sé si hacer ahora, a lo mejor.
What is going on?
No, dale. Como más directos hagas, mejor, tío.
He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a.
Bueno, siempre que quieras, claro. No te fuerces tampoco.
It would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
Claro. Hay gente que hace mañana, tarde y noche.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegat that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path. Rather, I was told to protect our perimeter. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. Not a soul came along. But then I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rock.
And you ran all the... Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show... The islander said they were following the path. But he was quite a ways ahead when I...
Why didn't you go and look for yourself?
What? Alone?
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question. My cousin was quite...
His Highness was feeling much better. The post... I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had that... I wasn't privy to their counsel. That your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and all...
That sounds like him. What sort of mess is...
I am sorry.
Dismissed, soldier.
Voy a ir un momento al lavabo que me estoy meando que flipas. Generalmente la gente... Bueno, depende de... Cuenta que si te sigue gente de Latinoamérica, también les va bien que juegues más rollo nocturno. Por eso yo hago a las 5, que es horario más o menos español, y luego a las 10, sí que es un horario fuerte de España, y yo hago hasta las 2, 3, que pillo a gente también de Latinoamérica. Y tenemos ahí un rango horario bastante grande para poder coger los dos caminos. Pero jugar de mañana también pillas a algún latino. Si juegas muy temprano, rollo a las 10 o así, son las 2, 3 de la mañana y pillas a los que duermen tarde. Depende de tu público y de la gente que te siga. Exacto. Voy un momento al baño, no tardo, nada, 30 segundos. Ay, ya estoy. Claro, México es a las 6, son allí la hora de casi comer. Son las 12, entre las 11 y la 1 por diferencia horaria. El fin de semana, la tarde, está bien. Porque como el fin de semana pillas a todo el mundo. Entre semanas sí que tienes que vigilar un poco los horarios. Depende de la gente que tengas. Pero bueno, que luego tú haces lo que quieres y a la hora que quieras, ¿sabes? Vale, hay que salir, ¿no? Vale, tengo 2 misiones. Vamos a buscar al primo, ¿no? Primero. ¡Ah! ¡Muévete! Tratado es de Japón. ¿Te imaginas? Estaría guapo, ¿eh? Ahora si vuelvo a la habitación me puedo volver a pinchar a la churri. Solo te la pinchas una vez. A ver si tengo conversa de amor ahora.
Do you need something?
I must leave you.
Vale, ese es el de interrogar. Konnichiwa, mina. Hostia, han puesto Shingeki. Hoy es día de Shingeki. Postiza. La familia de tu mujer. Ah, mira, está al lado, perfecto. Derecha, derecha. Uy, la mujer de mi tío. A ver, osos, ¿me vais a tocar los huevos? Toma, 2 por 1. Buenas, Vallec. ¿No tienes un familiar que quiera casarse con Perman? A ver, podría pasar por aquí, pero creo que es más lógico ir por aquí. Pues Vallec, si lo vas a jugar... A ver, que me gusta que estés aquí, pero te voy a joder el juego. Porque estoy bastante adelantado. ¿Sabes? O sea, me sale mal que te joda la historia.
Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep by beasts. Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted promptly.
Yo lo digo por ti, si te quieres quedar, quédate. Pero me sale mal.
And no sign of Constantine or Katasak's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Ya está. Pues vamos. Hay otro caput aquí.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
Pues muertos.
Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor
Está complicado.
among them.
Yo si quieres, si vienes un día, yo te presento gente. Y te presento chicas. Luego ya te buscas la vida, si quieres.
And this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their
También puedes tirar de Tinder. ¿Tinder se usa ahí o qué? ¿Qué aplicaciones de ligoteo tenéis ahí en Perú?
More tracks, footprints.
Un
They must
árbol
have fled
quemado.
this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. New
No, para conocer gente no está mal,
It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path.
Hostia,
There was more fighting.
vaya
over here.
masacres, ¿no?
There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
¿Veis algo naranja más? No, no.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Catasina.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Bukake.
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter.
Let's see.
According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridger lines close by.
Lo pregunto.
Patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense.
Yo creo que es más a nosotros que a vosotros.
These
Los,
files look familiar.
el doblaje en latino
Used the very
no nos
same
gusta.
potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up.
Nos chirría.
I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's.
No sé si Stroh
Constantine,
piensa
what
lo
have you gotten
mismo.
yourself into again?
Yo si puedo elegir me lo pongo en
Let's sum
castellano.
things up. Constantine
O sea, en
and
español.
Catasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual.
Pero luego, por ejemplo,
An attack obviously
cuando hay un
involving
actor
wild
que es mexicano o es
Then there are
latino
these traces of inexplicable
y le hacen
flames.
un latino pero español, o sea, un español hace ver que es latino, no me
More
gusta.
people are behind this attack. You have strayed far.
Unless he himself was behind it.
How could you even think something like that?
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colony. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, we could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Catasach returned there. Or maybe we're also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it.
¿Sabes? No sé.
They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Catasach is a good man, but the soul...
That's true. But I do not... However, one way or another, let us be on our way without...
Sin más dilación, pasamos a la acción. Una cosa es pasártelo bien y otra cosa es que te gusten. Yo también me lo paso bien y me río porque suena muy raro. Pero al final me estreso tanto. O sea, si una peli entera no la aguanto viéndola. Pero por ejemplo, hace poco sacaron una peli española. Aquí hay un actor muy famoso que se llama Mario Casas. Y el Mario Casas hacía de mexicano o colombiano. Era como un rollo un cárter de la droga, ¿sabes? Y un tío que es de aquí español, que habla español con acento español, forzando ahí, no manches, güey, Pues no, tío, no cuela, se ve pegote, ¿sabes? Los podemos evitar, los podemos evitar. Que también me jode, por ejemplo, hacen una peli con un tío que tiene que ser catalán y tiene que ser catalán cerrado, o gallego, o vasco, y ponen a un actor madrileño que tiene cero acento y lo ves que está forzando y que no pega, ¿sabes? Y dices, pavo, ponte un catalán y que fuerce su catalán, que quedará más creíble que si lo fuerza uno sin saberlo, ¿sabes? O un gallego que hable en gallego. Las chicas... Es que del doblaje las chicas... Que yo conozca no hay ninguna así que sea ultra pepina.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost of...
Disarday. I am legate of the...
A legate? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get men. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this
Idris Elba.
outpost. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Constantin Dorsey.
A governor?
My cousin was part of an expedition. His men and his camp were attacked, but we found no trace of his body, which has us wounded and holding up somewhere.
Have you cast your suspicions in our... We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency. But the region is dangerous. The natives are heartless.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison.
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by...
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd...
Explain yourself, Captain.
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost yesterday. We heard screams.
And you didn't go and see... You hear screams? Certainly those of your own men.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing. You can think of me as a coward if you like.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding some... I can see how difficult your presence... I'm certain you haven't been... I cannot solve all of your problems.
A little gold would certainly improve... One of the men I poked...
A survivor? Excellent.
He wasn't able to say a word. Our nurse sits with him, but his wounds are extremely severe.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain.
Go and see the nurse. I can't take it. Anything else?
Concerning the...
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? This boy... Anything else?
I need
A ver, ¿para qué me das la opción si tengo que hablar aún? ¿Qué vas a darle al No Man's?
What are you doing there?
I know. I've come to see the wound...
That is very kind of him.
What are you saying?
No, but I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to... I no longer have a... And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe...
Do you know what type of remedy would allow...
Yes, at least I think so.
I see.
Thank you.
No se la puedo dar ya.
Were you able to concoct?
Yes, I was.
Give it to me.
Qué bueno, que soy, lo tengo todo hecho,
We must wait and be patient.
¿Es en directo también?
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we
Ah, qué
speak
bueno.
to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time.
Te sigo desde el
We'll know
mío.
more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again.
Y
for
te
your
dejo
help.
abierto. Y ahora abriremos también a Strof. ¿Tú qué he tratado? ¿Cuándo vas a seguir con el... ¿Cómo se llama? Ese de los saltos. Del pip, 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 del cuadrado. Espera que el soldado se recupere 24 horas. Vale. El Geometry Dash, ¿no? Mira, aquí hay un campamento. Vamos al campamento. ¿Se te ha roto el ordenador? Pero ¿para qué te falta ordenador? Si juegas desde el móvil, ¿no? ¿O juegas desde el ordenador con algún programa tipo el BlueStacks o algo así? El que, perdona, Valle, me he perdido. Te he seguido con mi cuenta particular y luego cuando acabe el... y te he dejado abierto para que subas viewers. Y cuando acabe el directo te sigo desde críticas también. Que lo tengo en el otro ordenador y tendría que quitar el juego, ¿sabes? No sé si te referías a eso. ¿Cuánto queda? Un minuto y medio. Perdón, que ha venido mi madre. Como teníamos que esperar. Ahora tenemos que esperar 20 segundos. Vale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Se ha levantado de golpe.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me. Could you tell me what happened during...
I will try. We were posted up on the peak to follow, and we heard sounds of fighting not far from men were screaming. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire.
Constantine Catasac and his escort.
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged.
Flames?
I don't know. I didn't see everything. All was blood. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching them. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish. I dragged myself here.
I'm going to have to go and find
You shouldn't do that.
That's enough. Rest now.
Yes, it's best I'll have a word with your captain.
Excellency, thank you.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the
Did you learn what you need?
Yes. I was able to He and his company heard sounds. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals. A strange sorcerer controlled them.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there...
Like you freed the scholars. Thank you again.
I need to be going.
I would very much like...
Interroga a Darren. ¿Dónde estás, el Darren este? Bueno, iremos aquí y haremos teleport, ¿no? Sí. Ah, vale, es aquí. ¿Eso dónde me lleva? Qué pesados, tío. Ya es que ni cojo las cosas, Bueno, es un juego de rol. Un juego de rol siempre son larguillos. Pero no creo que me quede mucho para acabarlo ya, El Assassin's Creed, por ejemplo, tardé 30 directos o así. El Hellblade me lo pasé en 3. Yo qué sé. El Astral creo que fueron también unos 10 o 12. Si me duran más de 10 directos ya es un buen juego del tiempo. ¿A ti qué te pasa?
Hello. Renaigse.
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present.
You dare come here? Let me throw him out, this Renaigse and his...
Sí, creo que sí.
May they...
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I can... as well as the man who is protecting him.
No donea exregal would...
If you didn't attack him, I was told that an islander took my cousin. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know. As for Catasac,
And the worst, dear. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. We went to see. The last breath of Katasach had returned, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We carried the body of the Doneg.
He gave his life to protect This request might surprise you, but...
Why? What do you want to do?
Examine him to understand what... We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the...
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have...
That is the very reason I need to...
You may see him. But if you desecrate...
Vamos a profanarlo, ¿no? Ahora te digo exactamente cuánto duró el Assassin's. Un segundito. Si escucháis doble, perdón, que como he abierto otra pestaña. A ver. Mira, el Astral me duró 9 directos. El control poquito, ¿no? 4. El Dragon Quest 25 o así, no creo que me durara más. 24, 25, 26. Sí, 25, 26. Y el Valhalla a lo mejor ya no lo puedo mirar, ¿eh? Mira, Valhalla. Nottingham. Final. El Valhalla 32. Más o menos a 2 horas el directo. 60 y pico horas. Ese coche de por está guapo. ¿Cómo darlo? No entiendo. Normalmente hacemos el cafre, ¿eh? Vamos haciendo carreras, damos vueltas por el circuito. Lo que sí que estábamos haciendo en directo era mejorar el Aston Martin. Con lo de los derrapes, ir a buscar las cajas y todo eso. No sé si tú ya lo tendrás mejorado al tope.
Katasach. Seeing the state of his body. I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Denegad. To have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
Es que a mí me gustan los juegos larguitos.
The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a major wound is found on the chest, to the degree that the skin was torn. The edges of the wound are singed. And there is a powdery spot on this wound. As if Katasach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I can only imagine one thing that could... It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right... And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. That they might attack careless hunters or what. The power to call volcano fires could only be that of a guardian.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this, judging by the severity of these wounds.
All your experiments. You've learned so little.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives. Your... All the same. Guardian and Donegad would never... There is a ritual that might help us.
The Anatalis Fair.
It is a magical rite.
Le va a darlo, un segundito.
A person with a powerful bond. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last...
That would allow us to at least see the face of his...
If what I have heard is true, yes.
Let's ask her for her help then.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your... Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price when her companion was lost in battle. Since that day, Our tierna hachda.
That would explain her distrust of...
You must make her see your purpose.
Vale. Yo digo, haciendo carreras, no me sé. Solo en la Ferrari. Hola, Sergi. Bueno, no sé, es que nosotros... Depende del día, hacemos una cosa o hacemos otra. Normalmente hacemos carreras para conseguir pasta. A ver, ¿puedo salir por aquí? A ver qué dice Sergi. ¿Qué plan hay hoy con el Net4? ¿Habías pensado hacer algo en especial? O lo que vaya surgiendo. O sea, hacer carreras y dar vueltas al circuito, ¿no? Básicamente. Solo que el Adalo va domadísimo, el guarro. Ganará todo. Vale, tengo 3 de carisma, 3 de vigor, 3 de intuición, 3 de cerradura. Tendría que mejorar ciencia y artesanía.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for...
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasak, the Donegat.
Katasak is dead. Under Vosh Dire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
Ahora cuando acabe haré la encuestilla.
My cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken according to a witness. And Katasak suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadai, but none of our own would have attacked Katasak.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find...
And you will avenge the dead as you have very well, Renoixe. I will. Our island wails in suffering. The Anatalis fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary...
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember. Or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flash for the personal object of Katasak. Find his...
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred site. Then we can perform the ritual.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is...
Very well.
O si no, dale ahora. Un ratito, si te dejan los niños, tete. Encuentra el arma. ¿Qué me faltará? El arma. No, me falta todo, parece, ¿no? Casi. Sí. Buah, están con chinchina. Y de aquí puedo... Sí, me teletransportaré aquí. Y ya está. Sí, de noche haremos cooperativo los tres. Pero decía que a lo mejor jugaba un ratito antes. Para entrar en calor, porque ahora hace días que no jugamos. Yo a lo mejor ahora cuando acabe el... Mierda, el directo también hago un par de vueltas. Este no, es mejor el otro. Joder, este tampoco. ¿Cuál es? Este. Puesto avanzada de la alianza. Ahora. Esquívalos, esquívalos. No, pero si allí será temprano, ¿no? Ahora allí es hora de comer, ¿no? Más o menos. Dalo. Jugaremos a la tarde tuya, más o menos. Ahora son las 6, jugaremos a las 10 o 11, en 4 o 5 horas, como mucho. Le damos a Dalo. Sí, ahora acabo el directo, cojo las fotos de internet, te las paso y te hago 4 líneas. Pues a las 3 estamos en directo. A las 3 tuyas. Más bichos, qué pesados, tío. No toques a mi novia, güey. Vale, ya tenemos lo de los carroñeros.
I recognize this weapon. It's Catasac's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle.
Vale.
Let's take it back to
Vamos aquí y luego vamos a entregarla. Que es la poción, el momento de Este. No sé por qué me llevo aquí, pero bueno. Anatelas Fer es este, ¿no? Vale. Ah, mira, estamos al lado, perfecto. No entiendo muy bien dónde lleva esto. Abajo. Tururum. Hola, siervo.
Were you able to find the elements?
Yes. Here is...
This is good.
This is
The
good.
moon is high. We may stop.
De una,
Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato al confrangawi brandi, ole hanamemen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfem, linquid damda renaute da jodos.
De aquí a poco tendré que hacer también encuesta para otro. Tiene pinta de que este lo voy a terminar en breves también, ¿eh? A ver, voy a mirar la guía, por curiosidad.
De taragam buledam. De tatamenam reloidan. Adotalamen kantebedam en antelam perfractangom.
My God.
Katasak, help me, please.
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one Renaigse, he put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
Bimbar.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
I'm very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better.
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must...
Do you know where to look for him?
The kings and queens could tell me when they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn them. Arm yourself with...
Thank you.
Vale.
Do not thank. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. All that remains for me to do is to...
Farewell,
Ahora ya se me han juntado las dos misiones. ¿Ves? Encuentra las pistas del Alto Rey tras las pistas del Alto Rey. ¿Secundarias tenemos alguna? ¿No? Pues vamos a ver al Alto Rey este. Vamos a partirle la madre, güey. A ver, voy a hablar con la churrita. Sí me gusta que saques la espada.
Maimanun, do you need something?
Maiminumdum. Llevamos horita y media ya. Vamos a intentar encontrar... Bueno, hacer las pruebas, ¿no? Porque creo que tendremos que hacer las pruebas como esa que hicimos del agua. Así que intentaremos hacer una prueba o dos y ya lo dejaremos. Mira, iremos a por este que está más cerca. Por cierto, ¿alguien sabe cómo va el Madrid? Gana el Atlético 1-0. ¿Qué minuto? 86. Si gana el Atleti, se pone primero con más ventaja, pero nos saca el Madrid de encima. Y si gana el Madrid, empatamos con el Madrid y le quitamos puntos al Atlético, que son los primeros, así que es un partido importante.
To what do I owe the pledge?
I'm in need of your help, Ulan. I'm looking for your High King Vinbar. I was told that you were one of the last people to see him.
I wouldn't know where you could find him. He disappeared moons ago. But you are our ally, our friend. I will tell you about. We had met in the council. A door had Gennady, but we were unable to come. Some of us are full of violence. And the refuse. Deirdre and the poor Bladnid were among them, alas. I defended you, of course, and attempted to make them hear it. But our disagreement angered Vinbar. He decided to leave. He wanted to go to the heart of the island to consult with.
Do you think he might have stayed there?
I doubt it. It was too long. Even if he decided to stay away from his people, he would.
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Mira, pues hemos decidido bien en venir aquí. Porque solo hemos tenido que investigar a 1 de 3. Fresco. Pues si no hay pruebas, seguimos. A ver si tienes alguna arma nueva, cabezón. O ropa nueva. Tiene que ser... 4.40... Ah, pero ya está. 4.10, Esta está guapa, ¿O esta? No. Ay, qué rabia me da eso, En verdad lo mejor sería un empate, pero va a estar complicado. Tenemos que ir a por los bichos, ¿no? Pero no pasa nada. Estos. ¡Hola! ¿Dónde vas? Atropellándome. No toques a la churri. Ah, no está. Vale, nada, este es el último que vamos a hacer. No tengo claro que sea por abajo, si queremos. Zona de campamento, aquí a la izquierda. ¿Por qué se le brilla la pierna? Ah, por eso. ¿Qué haces? Allá no la ataques. No, vamos a ir por ahí. Totito, totito. Lo veo a Gardeña. Vale, seguiremos subiendo, total. Escala, cabezón de melón. Vale, un campan. Vale, y el otro es el de abajo. Vale, aquí arriba a lo mejor será un punto de poder.
Speak, savage. What stops your tongue? You think someone's coming to save you? Give in. Your life is in our hands. It is time to fix all you know. The sooner you speak, the sooner this will be over with. We should be discreet if we want to eavesdrop on these people.
She's been enduring this punishment for hours, blow upon blow through gritted teeth.
Truly savage beast we have here. Do you even know if it speaks our language?
Leave us. You will eventually tell us how you found your way into that grotto. Your defiance is only prolonging the inevitable. You remind me of that rat my master was studying. The creature used all of its fire in an effort to escape. Scratching, twisting, refusing to understand that the cage holding it was its only remaining world. It had everything it could ever need, but it wouldn't stop looking for a way out. Even though its fate was now sealed to serve science. Its animal instinct drove it to flee. It had strangled itself between the bars of its own cage in a final futile attempt to escape. It was an enormous beast and very clever. If it had simply relented, it could have lived peacefully for many years. Instead of that...
Qué bestial, ¿no?
These monsters are torturing her. Come, we must set her free.
We could wait until nightfall to set her free, and avoid fighting these scholars.
Que evitar, yo ataco ya. Estoy teniendo suerte de que no he podido bajar por ahí, si no le cortaba la cabeza ahí en medio, ¿Qué me ha disparado?
But I recognize this. Lord de Sarde. What a
These people are monsters.
I'm sure that they will explain what pushes them to...
Believe me, we would never have reached such extremity. You see, we have been studying these beings that show, like you. We call them metamorphs. But the natives call... And we seek to learn through what process they metamorphosize. The savages hide all of their knowledge within them. We discovered one here, but are unable to enter. This woman, she knows how to know. We are so close to understanding such, let's just say it...
It's extremely regrettable. Free her.
She won't tell you anything. Let...
Have you already forgotten all that you... Without me, you would all be locked away in Duren's jail. I took you for sages and doctors. But you have made me regret my actions.
It is true that we indeed owe you our lives, but...
No knowledge justifies treating anyone.
Free her now!
Tenía suerte de que soy buena persona, si no te hubiese matado.
How are you feeling?
Better now. But who are you? You too are a Renaik.
We were told at Wen Shavar that you and you alone...
I wish I knew where he was right now. I waited a long time and then I came here.
You believe this is where he's hiding?
No. But you come here often, you save me. And so I must... The Cave of Knowledge is a bit further north.
Dime, a ver. Sí, ya me dijiste ayer. Si pones exclamación sub, te sale. Solo que a lo mejor, como ya hemos cambiado de mes, ha reiniciado alguna, Ah, no, 10. Por ejemplo, a mí se me acaba en 2 o 3 días. Los 10 transmisiones, Web. Así por el follow. Por cierto, debe cambiar el sonido del follow del sub. Porque siempre me lío.
Here is the entrance to the Cavern of Knowledge. I hope that Vinbar has left a clue.
Is it your wish to...
He is my Munundanen. We must be...
I understand. But why...
The Caverns of Knowledge are truly sacred places.
But you're not a Denegan. Is that right?
I am not. But I must enter in spite of it, even if I am not sure I can trust you. Remind yourself that this honor is immense and sure.
Put your fears to rest. We have not come... How do we enter?
Allow me. I have seen...
No se ve ni mierda. El morado del volcán otra vez.
The paint of this fresco is still fresh. It must have been painted recently. It's of a crowned man. Vinbar, no doubt. It looks as if he's walking through the skies towards the volcano. A face has been painted on the...
The spirit. My heart did not betray me.
Was that why you came in here? To confirm that?
To understand, yes. As the years passed, I thought at first it was due to his status. But now I see that he was hearing the call of Enon. He had no choice but to answer it. Oh, Vinbar.
Oh, Vinbar. Sube, sube, hasta la nube. Un ave fénix.
These paintings are old. This looks like it represents a man who
He is a Denegan. Becoming Vinbar was also bound to the mountain.
If I understand correctly, the Donegada met...
Yes. The Senolmenawi bind them to a specific place. But how could a guardian of the plains resemble a guardian?
Do you believe that Vinbar is readying himself to undergo...
For some, it takes years. For others, it might take place the very moment where the Donegad surrenders to Enon. I hope only to have the time.
Given how well hidden the seed was, it must open an important passage. All we have to do is find out which. This mural is also ancient. This door appears to be in front of a circle.
The Donegada seal certain sacred places.
Yes, I've run into similar barriers. But here, there are two that seem... For one, the flower motifs seem to indicate...
This is possible. The caverns of knowledge. This painting must teach the younger how to reach the sacred.
In that case, shouldn't there be an...
The initiates also learn by listening.
On this one, we see a sacred site with raised stones. We also see the path that leads there.
This must certainly be the path the young and the Donegada that are prepared to set.
Do you recognize the place where...
I think so.
With all that we've learned from studying these paintings, we should be able to find... I just hope there's still enough of him left, and that Constantine is with him.
Who is Constantine?
I seek them both. I had hoped that Vinbar would help me enter the sanctuary, but I learned from the Tierna Hach Kadactus that he took...
The Tierna told you this?
No. Only to save my...
None of what you say makes sense. Why would Vinbar... Wait, my head spins.
Please, go ahead.
That woman left in a bit of a hurry, don't you think?
Sarah is upset, and I don't think that she trusts us. We should hurry and catch up to her.
I shouldn't have told her about Constantine. She must have thought we wanted to kill her husband. This door is locked. Sarah has put us in a very tricky situation.
She did not want us to find Vinbar. Come, these caves often have several exits.
Nos han cerrado la web.
These traps weren't here when we went through with Sarah earlier.
She must have set them to make sure that we wouldn't be able to follow her.
Let's hurry and find this passage to the northern mountain before she decides to come and fight us directly.
He pasado corriendo sin saber que eran trampas. Uy. Vale, el campamento que me falta. Vale. Los escalones rocosos. Vale, el último interrogante. Level up. Vale, un punto del saber de estos. Por aquí, ¿no? Que bueno, la curación mágica te quita, ahí te cura la armadura. Entonces, no puedo saltármelo. No está mal.
This is the place which was depicted on the mural in the Cave of Knowledge. Vimbar must have hidden the passage to the sanctuary.
Pasaje secreto o de montaña. Ay, Dios mío. A ver, a mí me gusta siempre ir a la derecha de los ojos. O no menawi, clac, clac. Vale. Minerales. Hostia, no se había visto. Sí. Pero no, la gente no se fía. Hola, guapo, ¿qué haces aquí escondido? Aparte, ahora mismo está bastante cara. Creo que he ido al mismo sitio dando la mega vuelta. ¿Investigo por aquí o qué? Qué guapo esto con todo de agua, ¿no?
Finally, we've made it to high ground. Now, let's find this trail to the sanctuary. It can't be far from here. Bloodied feathers.
I've seen some big birds in my days at sea.
Looks like Vinbar must have begun. He will soon become a guardian of them. If we want to have any chance of saving Constantine, we must hurry.
Corred, insensatos.
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail.
Vamos bien, chaval. Solo hay un puto camino.
You should not have come all this way, Renaikse.
Sarah, we must see him. We saved you. Why have you locked us in the... And why do you now stop us from...
In spite of your friendship with these monsters, you helped me. I thought that I had to help, but I learned looking at the paintings that this Vinbar has heard, even if it breaks my heart. He has done what is right. He maintained no one must stop him. I am his Minundanem.
His path led him to kill Katasach, and now he holds my cousin captive. I'm sorry, Sarah, but no one will keep us from passing.
8 more!
Combatinchi. Lo siento. Buah, se han enfadado mucho conmigo, Bueno, siguen afables. Como todos los favores que le he hecho. Bueno, a la izquierda.
Over there, more feathers.
Oh. La última que hace. También aplica la mitad de los efectos a los aliados. ¡Qué bueno! Sigue encima de curar, curó a la people. Zona de campamento.
More of these giant feathers. We're on the right trail. We found the entrance to the sanctuary. With Constantine, we need to find a way to get inside quickly.
Sí, ya sé cómo se entra.
This must be the entrance to Vinbar's sanctuary. But it's obstructed. He knows how to protect his home.
My Manundanem, do you need something?
I'm asleep.
¿Cuál lo abre? Yo voy siempre derecho.
A stone altar. It resembles the one that protects the passage to Mev's sanctuary. This must be where I need to place the seed. And here is another altar. Are 2 seeds necessary to open the passage? The seed that Sarah was carrying should work.
To think that she gave her life to protect the one she loved.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work.
Ah, tengo las dos. Bueno. Cabezón, es una puta piedra y te quedas encallado. Hombre, esto parece un poco boss final, ¿eh? ¿Para qué necesitaba el primo?
King Vinbar. Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
Take it. You are too blind, too renaix to understand.
Leave him!
Combatinchi. Venga, parguela, es que vas a caer. Vale, que me da un parguela. Será difícil cuando se transforme, ¿no?
That's enough. Free him.
I cannot. Oh, source of life.
Free him.
Es el boss final de lo de las peleas del Coliseo. Hostia, vaya spoiler, ¿no? Bueno, no, este es más feo. ¡Muérete!
must have died with him. Your cousin is probably freed from his stone prison.
You're right. Let's go see him. Constantine! Wake up, please! I beg you! Hang on. We're bringing you home to get you healed.
¡Ding! Fuera de la prisión de piedra. Has liberado a Constantine de las garras de pinza. Mira, empate. Ha pasado algo, por eso.
3 days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
It's finally awoken.
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait.
Transformado en bicho, ¿eh?
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
Buenas, Rebe.
What now? Are you going to scold me?
Merci por la educación.
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the fourth? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5.
Bien, yo creo que ya estoy acabando el juego.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain.
Tendré que hacer 2 encuestas.
And your complexion.
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible?
I wouldn't go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm gonna tell you everything.
Se ha hecho bicho, eh?
We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about... I was excited about it. And in spite of all that has happened, we went to the ancient site. A plan. All of a sudden... What an... Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our... We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. I can see from your face that you know this already.
Un bizcocho.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened. Tell me more about this ritual.
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Yeah! Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but so he visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony? I had to
Creo que no,
in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came.
De momento,
circling around me. It was incredible.
no hay ninguno que me llame, yo
I felt a
creo.
bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through
¿Tú
my
tienes alguno
veins.
pensado?
It was marvelous. And now I am Onol Manawi, like you. Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks.
It seems that Vinbar was targeting you.
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his... But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy man...
Do you have any idea why he did...
No, not really. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the... But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly, of course.
But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enon Mil victim?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary according to Glenda. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they're going to name a successor.
Pues... lo miraremos. Pues yo creo que lo voy a dejar por aquí. La Black Tail está bastante guapo. ¿Pero qué es? ¿Que lo sorteas o para jugar? Que lo sorteas, ¿no? Haremos un teleport. Es que no sé si va a ser mucho más largo o no. Hadouken. A ver, dejadme mirar una guía. Porque si me queda a lo mejor media hora de juego, pues alargo. Guía... Vale, no, hay que hacer lo del rey y luchar contra el último. Vale. Secreto del príncipe ya lo he hecho. Vale, solo nos quedan 2 misiones. Vamos a... Aquí un momento. Me quedan 2000. Haremos 2 compatinchis y cerraremos. Porque a lo mejor las dos misiones tardan una hora. Pues que a lo mejor lo podría. No, lo dejaremos para mañana. Bueno, no, mira, voy a grabar aquí y farmeo mañana en directo si alargamos un poco más. Sí, sí, vamos a hacer eso. No, aquí no. Vamos a hacerlo así. Ahora haré una encuesta en Insta y en Facebook para el próximo juego de la noche, que ya lo empezaremos mañana, porque hoy hacemos cooperativo con Sergi. Y poco más. Ya dejamos esto por aquí. Pongo esto. Y vamos a mirar a quién hacemos la raid. Ahora miraremos lo del Twitter. Y va, se lo haremos a Stro. Raid. Stro. Uy. Está con el Nomans, con unos amigos. Si no lo seguís, seguirlo, es buena gente. Te ríes mucho con él, se acaba de pasar el Code Vein y ahora está con el Nomans. No sé si cambiará de juego o no. ¿Por qué no me lo ha hecho? Right. Ah, se me ha colado una, perdón, se me ha colado una. Vale, y yo ahora hago la encuesta, así que si queréis votar en Insta y en Twitter. Está guapo, está guapo, está guapo. Y nos vemos en nada, en 4 horas nos vemos. Hasta luego, chao, chao.